Welcome back to Better Living. I'm Stephanie Martinez. So glad you're joining us here today. We are just highlighting extraordinary individuals. We are being joined now by Ed Caldwell from Boy Scouts of America from the Erie Shores Council. Thank you for sitting down with me today.
Oh, you're welcome.
You were just saying that you all have been awfully busy this summer.
Yes, we have.
What have you been up to?
Well, the Cub Scouts have been out at Miaconda. We've had almost 1,000 boys involved in that program this summer.
You're kidding. How do you keep an eye on 1,000 boys?
Well, 7 different weeks, so and a wonderful staff that take care of we divide the boys up into tribes.
Okay.
And so they go to various activities like the swimming pool or BMX bikes or what have you.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
And what are they able to learn while they're there?
The main thing that scouting teaches that's different than most programs is that they can participate in activities that they would not otherwise do. So as they maybe go to the obstacle course or the human foosball court, or maybe we have a station to teach them how to respect the flag and fold the flag. We had a mom send us a thank you last week because we were able to teach a young boy how to swim. He was really apprehensive, and the lifeguard said, "No, that happened to me too when I was your age, and here's what you can expect, and here's what you'll be doing." And he took the test and did great.
I'm sure that he did. And you all are creating leaders, not just there in Boy Scouts, but our future leaders.
Yeah, our program is really not about camping. We use the outdoors as our classroom, but it is a program of youth development and leadership. And so whatever activity the boys are involved in, it could be setting a goal, as an example, like maybe a boy wants to work on his first aid merit badge, or maybe he wants to work on rifle shooting merit badge. So he sets a goal for himself, and he works on that to accomplish that. It does an amazing job of building self-reliance and self-confidence.
How often do you see your Boy Scouts take what they've learned there in Scouts to maybe their friends or classmates when they get back into the school year?
What's amazing about that is, every week I talk to the scout leaders out at Pioneer Scout Reservation, and we talk about how the weekly meetings and the summer camp experience help develop the young people. But then we also talk about when they take that next step and serve on staff, and what that can do for young people as well too. We've had lots of testimonials from the staff this summer of how it lifts them up, and we have a program at Pioneer Scout Reservation that the leaders can fill out praise cards for what the staff members have done. And a lot of the staff members are college kids, and they take those back to college with them, and if they've got a day where they've had a rough test or whatever, then they get out those praise cards and they read, and it kind of just helps reinforce for them why they do what they do for our young people.
That, and I would assume it's motivating to read those words.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And as we wind down this summer, gear up for this next school year, what all do you have going on right now?
Yeah, I mean, we're winding down our summer operation this summer. We've had over 4,000 boys participate in summer camp, day camp. We've got 200 boys participating in day camp out in Eagle Bay District right now, with 100 volunteers that run that wonderful program. And we're getting ready for the fall. Fall is a big time where we sign up a lot of new Cub Scouts for the excitement of the scouting year. So we'll recruit about 1,500 Cub Scouts, grades 1 through 5 this fall. And
for those who are watching right now, they want to get their young one in on Cub Scouts. Where do they need to go? How can they sign up to do that?
There's a website called beascout.org that they can go to. There's a telephone number for the Erie Shores Council office, 241-7293, that they can call. And if you have a chance, grab a piece of paper and a pen, because that number is right there on the bottom of your screen, so you can also look there. Thank you.
You're welcome.
And so moms and dads should be expecting a flyer coming home from school. We'll have yard signs up around town. We'll have advertisement in some of the papers and on the various media sources. So if you don't get something, give us a call, and what we would need is the boy's name, the school that he goes to, his age, and then we can sign him up for Cub Scouts. Well, financially, what could a parent expect to spend once they get their boy? It really depends upon the scout unit. I know when my son was a Cub Scout, he sold popcorn, and the PAC did that for a fundraiser. And I think I spent $24 that year for his registration fee. But we have a lot of kids in the Center City area where we have different ways of helping those young people so they can be involved in scouting, so money's not a an obstacle for them.
That's wonderful to hear. And then can you tell us some of the events that you have coming up this fall?
We have Halloween party, we have Cub Family Camp out at Miaconda, so both those events always have over 1,000 people, so they're fun events.
Quite a bit of preparation, I would
think. Yes, lots of volunteers.
I would say, how many volunteers do you typically have?
We have registered with the council over 2,500.
And I'm assuming
they're den leaders, they're Weeblo leaders, they're Cub masters, they're Scout masters, yeah.
So volunteers have been through the program?
Yes.
Okay, and how do you make that progression from Cubs to Boy Scouts? How does that work?
It's actually an interesting progression because when boys are Cub Scouts, that's when their moms and dads are the leaders. And then when they become Boy Scouts, they get elected as patrol leaders, and so they're responsible for leading their own peers. And you can talk to some kids that are like 11 years old, and they're like, they're not listening, or whatever, you know, and so they learn from those experiences to develop into leaders. So they may go on a camp out, and they've got to cook, clean up, pitch their tents, tear down camp. So it's not necessarily about the outdoors, it's about that those moments of leadership and working with each other.
Honestly, setting them up for success for later on in life.
Absolutely.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Anything else that you want to leave us with today?
No, I just really appreciate your time and listening to what we do. And you know, if you have a boy that's interested in Cub Scouting, we launched a new project last year called scoutmoms.org, where we highlighted 4 moms, and it tells their story of why they chose scouting for their son. So I would encourage everyone to go to the scoutmoms.org website and check it out.
We will do it. Thank you so much, Ed. I appreciate you coming on. Nice to meet you.
Thank you.
Stay right here. We have more Better Living in a couple minutes.